everyone, this is zoeeveart.com. Gonna show you some finished pieces of current and the past, and hope you enjoy them. So this is another show and tell session. Please be sure to subscribe so you can keep track of me as I submit more videos. I have so much more to share, guys. So please hit the subscribe button and just keep a lookout for any new experiment I may be doing. These pieces were created from taking the canvas and holding on to the back flaps here and dipping into leftover paint that just dropped into a pan, and I just dipped. I guess that's a reverse dip, I'm not sure. But anyway, I ended up getting 5 beautiful pieces with all kinds of really neat detail. I just kept dipping and I kept receiving. And even the edges are kind of neat as they're just kind of partially covered. And for the most part, I could clean all this up and make it a little bit better, but it just turned out great. So I'm going to show you these 5. Let's do some up close shots. There's like a really deep green, a burgundy, blush tones, mauve colors, a little bit of some slate blue because of the mix of some of this color, and then just really interesting cells. From pulling the canvas away, I guess it created at some of these points kind of like a suction effect, and so it made it kind of probably pop the paint, stimulate the paint in a way to make the cells. Look at those colors, they're just fantastic. And I have already done 2 coats of the polyacrylic. And so they have nice protection on them right now. And finally, the last one of the 5. So I would likely sell this as the set of 5. I'm not sure if I'll do anything more with them or sell them as they are. I do envision mounting them in a series onto another piece, but I don't know if I'll get to it. I may just keep on creating, so I'm gonna set those back and show you some other unique pieces. Here's one I've done with some southwestern colors, some deep teal, a little bit of some avocado green, some like burnt sienna, and white, like an ivory white. And I did 3 ring pours, and then I kind of just smeared, let them fall off. Smear them around. That's what I did. And so there's 2 coats of polyacrylic, and it's kind of neat and really good for those that like the more muted earthy tones, and I do love this. I think it turned out neat. Got some beautiful line details on there. So that's my little southwestern piece. Here's another one in some similar colors. I think I added some gold in this one, and it turned out a little different, but also as I poured, I kind of poured in a spiral and I kept going in a circular motion to the center. And then I poured off the extra, and at a glance it makes me think of a nautilus shell, or some type of shell maybe that has that design in it. But other than that, that's pretty much all I get from it. But it's kind of neat and how it turned out. So I went ahead and kept and finished that one. This one's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. I used a strand of Mardi Gras beads, kind of big chunky beads, and just drug the beads through, and it created these patterns, these curly lines. I think, if I remember, I poured some paint on here and it just didn't quite turn out right. So I kept going, trying to save the painting, and I ended up with just dragging those beads on there and getting the effect that you see. And I loved it after I was done. So there's a look at the side. And so yes, it's been finished with a couple of coats, and it's a keeper. This next painting is one that I was doing when experimenting with fluorescent paint and glow-in-the-dark paint. Except I didn't know that there was another thing to add to my paint to make it glow in the dark, and so I missed that part, and I ended up with more of this really bright random coloration happening in here. I had poured this on the canvas and I didn't like what I got initially, so I started doodling in it and making designs. So with this piece, as well as another piece coming up, I did that with this paint that I had mixed, and it still turned out kind of funky and cool, so I decided to keep it. And so here it is with a couple of coats of finish. It still has interesting texture from the paint, like the paint you see also has texture on here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's in there and it's really cool. I'm going to go ahead and show you the second one that goes with this one right here. This piece is just another same batch of the same paint, and I did some more doodling as I didn't like however I poured this on. I just really can't remember, but really vibrant colors. That blue just like glows, but there's no glow in the dark paint in there, so it doesn't glow, but it's really brilliant. And really cool little designs I ended up getting by just doodling around and having some fun. So there's that one. Okay, and here's one that I'm not sure how I did this, but it really looks like galaxy to me. And it has these cool little milky, it just has that Milky Way galaxy effect to me. Not sure how I got that. I guess that's lacing right there. But it's just lovely, and so it became a keeper with 2 coats of polyacrylic on that. This is a really colorful one. At a glance, I think Viking ship, but I'm not quite sure anyone else sees that. But but I have all kinds of fun colors in here. This is a metallic gold, and there's just all kinds of colors: orange, green, purple, blue, yellow, and wow, it just, in this really interesting Caribbean blue color, all just makes this something to look at for a little while. And these little markings, more doodling, of course. You can see I doodled that. I just kind of ran the toothpick through, and I didn't clean the toothpick off, so when I came back it dropped into the white, and then I drug in and I dropped in, and so it created the contrasting dribbles off of the toothpick right there. I thought that was a cool effect, and I love to doodle in my paint work when it doesn't really turn out right, and so that's just a whole nother well, really a therapeutic enjoyment to sit there and doodle and make the colors move and just experience all of that's very relaxing. So I suggest you try it. If you think you have a failure, just try doodling in it with different objects and toothpicks and a strand of beads, just any random things. You'd be surprised what kind of impression it can make and how it moves the paint. Okay, going on to one of my other faves. I am not sure how I achieved this, but that veining with the contrast, the turquoise with the orange and gold underneath contrast, I love that part. I really gotta get this to where you can see it. That's just unreal, isn't it? I mean, I really think so. And I would love to be able to do this again, but this is one of my experiments and I don't know what I did. So it's a keeper for sure. It's so brilliant. I'm not sure if the lighting is letting you see that, but it really is up there as one of my favorite achievements. Let me know what you think, guys. I love to hear what you guys think of these creations. Okay, and the last one of this size painting, these are all, so I guess this is, oh, looky here. I can just measure 6. I was gonna say 6 by 8. So 6 by 8. Canvases. This one was, I remember this one, I dropped 2, I did like a kiss pour, and then I ran it this way and that way, and so I kept the line of the kiss, so to speak, and so it is primarily gray, a little pinky blush gray right here, and some mauve purples and some purple. This is really pretty. It has a cool effect. I love the way it zigzags down the center of the canvas. And the sides are beautiful, and this did get poly coated, and it's a keeper. Some of these are for sale on my website at zoeeveart.com. You can check that out. If they're not, you can certainly email me, zoeeveart@gmail.com, and let me know what you think of these pieces, and comment on them. Let me know which one you like the best. You never know where, if I don't sell them, you know, I'll just start working them into giveaways and so forth, but really like to know what you think. And if you have some similar paintings that turned out like some of mine, share them with me. I would love to see yours. And thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed just checking out some of these pieces, and